Welcome to the Market Mystics podcast, where we discuss what's happening in the cryptosphere and trading on earth as it is in heaven. Buckle up and huddle on while we dive in and get weird. Here are your hosts, Joshua and Kim.
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to another fun-filled day with Josh and Kim.
Happy Monday.
Yes, we had a absolutely beautiful weekend. Kim and I were together for a while yesterday working on some things, and we just sat out on the patio because it was so nice outside.
It was so nice. And I can speak for myself on this, but I don't know that you're so different, Josh. I really like the sun. So to just after a long winter, or what has seemed like a long winter, to sit out and bask in the sun is just kind of amazing.
Yeah, very true.
And yesterday was the official start of spring.
It was perfect.
It was.
And today's kind of a nice follow-up to spring because it's very rainy today. And that is a very traditional spring thing.
It is, at least in our neck of the woods.
There's a bit of a saying that is, April showers bring May flowers. And it's not exactly April yet. We're close, but not quite. But it fit well with what we're talking about today because altcoins are really starting to sprout up and take sort of center stage from Bitcoin and Ethereum. Maybe not center stage, but take the spotlight for just a moment in this world, because what we're seeing is Bitcoin is down 0.3% in 24 hours, which isn't that much, but you have altcoins that are 11%, 30%, 20%.
Right.
And, Bitcoin, it's 7 days, 8.8. And, a coin that we're both especially you are very fond of, Origin Protocol, is up 92% in 7 days. I mean, just so altcoins are known for moving exponential, percentages when compared to the main coins, but they certainly is true right now.
Absolutely. So we just wanted to touch on a few because there really has been a lot of movement. And just like always, there's volatility in it as well. So you were just talking about Origin Protocol, which is one of those that I love. Origin Protocol. I'm not saying invest in it. It's just one of them that I watch and I like it.
Nothing we say on here is financial advice, and you should make your own decisions.
Do your own research. Don't listen to us. But you could interact with us on social media. Keep listening. Right. Just don't take our advice. Okay. Because it's not actually advice, for the record.
Correct.
Now that we have that out of the way. So Origin's one I've just watched for a couple of years now, and it's down 14% in 24 hours. But like you said, it's up 92% in 7 days. And honestly, when all of the big, I don't know if we're calling it a crash, the dip that happened kind of February-ish this year, it went way down. And so this is just recovering back to about where it had been pretty steady for a while. There's another altcoin I want to talk about. It's called Spell. I keep hearing people talk about Spell. It keeps being listed on more and more exchanges, and I've never really learned much about it, but it just seems like it's always a buzz in the news and stuff. It is up almost 36% in 24 hours, which is one of the biggest gainers in fairly well-known coins. I think it's in the top 100, and up about an equal amount in 7 days. So it's kind of gone up and stayed up. Yeah, so that's Spell. I did have to learn a little bit about it before I talked about it, because I think that's the responsible thing to do.
Right?
So I guess if you want to know what the spell token is, it's the token used on this lending platform that allows users to borrow funds using interest bearing tokens as collateral. Spell is that interest bearing token, and it gives voting rights and incentivization when it's staked. That's again not a plug for it because honestly, I have no interest in this coin, except it was notable because it's been moving.
Yeah, there's one of the other ones I wanted to bring up that is relatively new. I mean, Spell is also
It's
pretty
fairly
new.
new.
I don't know exactly how old it is, but I know on its price history, there's nothing past 30 days. So, it's probably somewhere between 30 and 60 days old. No, well, maybe not. Maybe its
No, I think
all-time
it's maybe
low was
6 months or
yeah, its
so.
all-time low was August of 2021. So it is a little bit older. Um, but one of the other ones I wanted to bring up because constantly I'm getting notifications of this is now tradable. This is now tradable.
Mm-hmm.
Is the Board Ape Yacht Club coin called Ape. Um, and it is, I mean, that they've for a while been one of the largest NFTs that are
Oh, yeah.
around.
It is the like most well-known NFT.
Yeah, for sure. But now they have a coin
Mm-hmm.
and it's described as being the ApeCoin Decentralized Autonomous Organization, so the DAO. And already, I mean, it's maybe been a week or two that this has been around.
It was listed on the 17th. So last
Oh,
Thursday.
yeah, 4 days ago.
Yeah,
Yeah. And it's already the 62nd most valuable coin.
that is wild. And in its time of existence, it's only up 33% since it was listed. It went way up, but then
Hmm.
came way back down. Um, but the market cap, it's the market cap that determines its ranking. And so people are investing in this. I can't say I blame them though, because there's a lot of other things going on with this. So this is the coin that they're associating with the Bored Ape Yacht Club, but the parent company of the Bored Ape, they also acquired CryptoPunks. I think it was last week, which is like the second most well-known NFT project on the market. And so I'm just going to say this might be a company to start watching because they're making some strides
Yeah,
big time.
very much so. And they have, I would almost describe this as a meme coin, but I'm not sure if it is because the people behind it have so much legitimacy.
Right.
Now, you could probably argue that their NFTs are a meme coin in and of themselves because it's, you know, it doesn't necessarily have a lot of real world value or contributing value, but it is, I don't know, it's sitting on kind of a fine line for me of whether or not it's of its level of legitimacy just because of who Bored Ape is.
They have a pretty solid foundation on which to build, I would
Very
say.
much so.
Hmm.
Very much
And
so.
if it's, I guess I'm not clear on its function. Like, is it the token for the DAO? I say
I
DAO,
believe so. Yeah.
DAO, the decentralized autonomous organization, which typically gives voting rights.
Right. I believe that is
So it may not even be Mimi at all.
it's true. That's
That's
true.
possible. I don't know. So here we are talking about altcoins. Um, I know not everybody knows what an altcoin is. I learned not that long ago. I remember just thinking, oh, there's just coins and people were talking about altcoins. I'm like, I guess that just means other coins. I don't know. But
Sort of, it does.
honestly, that's kind of exactly what it means. It's like any other coin besides Bitcoin.
Mhm. Bitcoin is sort of known as the father of crypto, the OG of crypto, and anything other than Bitcoin is an altcoin. And I think that term had to have been coined by like a Bitcoin maxim, like who just their belief is Bitcoin is the only one you should ever invest in. Like I think altcoin had to have been termed by them, but it's sort of become like an endearing, like I is there's no negative connotation with
No,
it at all.
it's not derogatory by any means. I think it just defines that it's not Bitcoin, which is
Mm,
a bit obvious because it doesn't have the same name. So
right. In my mind, I often categorize the top one, two, or three coins as being the main ones, and
same.
then make uh, and then making the other things altcoins,
Hmm.
even though I know that's not exactly the true definition of it. But one thing I enjoy comparing, and we were talking a bit about this yesterday, is when major coins have branches and they split off into two different ones. So one of the coins that has really been going crazy over the past week is Ethereum Classic. It's
Hmm.
up 52.3% in the past 7 days. It's up 213% in the past year. I mean, this coin is
Wow.
has been fairly solid. And you may have to go back a little bit because I know when we sort of had a larger crash, oh, end of May last
Hmm.
year, that it had gotten up over $125 a coin, and it's currently only at $27 a coin. So it's way down from its all-time high, but it's still been a very excellent coin to be part of and to invest in. But one of the things I think is really interesting is, you know, there were voting rights that came with Ethereum, with having certain levels of Ethereum, and people disagreed on how to handle it, and it branched into two different categories. And you had Ethereum Classic, and now what we just know as Ethereum. And obviously, the current Ethereum is worth significantly more than Ethereum Classic, but Ethereum Classic is still nothing to sleep on. Like it has been a very viable and well used coin.
Absolutely. Um, it makes me want to look because I don't know. Ethereum Classic is ranked number 30.
Hmm.
So it's still holding its own weight. It almost makes you wonder how the how it would have fared if they had stayed together. Like had they not split, I
Right.
suppose.
I mean, you should research this for your own, but my if my memory serves correctly, there was a large hack on Ethereum where a bunch of Ethereum was stolen from people's wallets. And the reason the split happened is because the majority of the people wanted to roll back the blockchain to before those hacks happened so that the correct people would own them. And the other people said, no, that goes against everything that blockchain technology is. We want to keep it the same. And so it split. My understanding is that's the reason that it split. And honestly, I see both sides of it. If I was someone who had
Same.
lost millions of dollars, yes, I would want the blockchain rolled back. But I also understand that when you start editing the blockchain, it takes away the legitimacy of having a blockchain.
Absolutely. I would completely agree with both sides of that argument because nobody wants to lose money that is legitimately theirs. But then again, there's kind of a sanctity of the blockchain in that you can't do that. This is what makes some of the security aspects of blockchain so beautiful, is that you can't go back. You can't go undo it. When it's recorded, it's recorded.
Right.
Yeah.
So, there's obviously arguments to both sides of that, but I think it is still, it may not be the main one, may not be the main namesake. But you have the same thing with like Bitcoin. There was a fork at one time. You have Bitcoin Cash and you now have Bitcoin. And just because it's not the main one doesn't mean that those branches of that tree aren't still valuable and have good tools in them. So I think it's something that people should keep in mind is, what are altcoins have been some of my favorite to invest in. I absolutely love Bitcoin. I will always own Bitcoin. I will always attempt to increase my amount of Bitcoin that I hold. But altcoins have extreme volatility and they can be really rewarding to participate with.
That's true. I also kind of like the aspect of investing, like, so we're investing funds in them when we buy, but also investing interest in them.
Mhm.
And we've talked about this a lot of times. Don't invest in something you don't believe in, because when it dips, you're going to be kicking yourself and pulling your hair out. Whereas if you're invested in the technology that's behind it, what products they're providing or services they're providing, and you actually believe in what they're doing, it's going to be a lot easier to withstand some of the volatility that is bound to come with it. And especially, I mean, with the way the world has been, the world as a whole has been pretty volatile for the last 2 years.
Very true.
You know, so how could we expect some markets not to have some of that too? It's a good reflection sometimes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, maybe if you guys are listening to this, you can connect with us on social media or through our new website, upperroomcd.com. Check out some merch, but also we would love to know what is your favorite altcoin and which ones maybe are on your watch list. And yeah, we just love to participate with you guys a bit more. And if you have questions about altcoins, send those. We'd be happy to address them. We've been trying to compile some questions from listeners so that we can do a Q&A episode at some point. We think that'd be really fun. And yeah, just participate with our community a little bit.
Heck yes. Cool. Well, thanks for joining today. We will see you back on Thursday. Enjoy the rain or the sunshine or the snow, wherever you may be.
Exactly. All right. Talk to you guys later.
Thank you for listening. Join us every Monday and Thursday as we discuss trading on earth as it is in heaven. If you want to connect further, follow us on social media at market.mystics for Instagram and TikTok, and search for Market Mystics on YouTube and Facebook. If you still need more, follow the link on Facebook to book a coaching appointment. Until next time, see ya.